Ever get the feeling your emails are just getting lost in the inbox? Or the only response you're getting is from the autoresponders and vacation warnings? Let's fix that. Hang with me, because I'm going to walk you through step by step how to set up all the necessary software and create campaign reports for lead generation agencies. In the end, you'll have a fully automated process to generate leads for your business. Now, let's start understanding the basics. Email outreach is like a magic tool in today's digital marketing world. It allows you to personally connect with potential customers, helping you stand out and grab their attention. However, it's important to have a clear plan before you start. Without a strategy, it can be tricky to make the most out of this powerful tool. Many people have a hard time when they first try email outreach because they send the same basic email to everyone, or their messages just aren't interesting enough. It's easy to make these mistakes if you're not careful about making your email special for each person that you contact. So, what makes an email campaign actually work? 3 things. Making it feel like you're talking right to the person, packing it with something valuable that can't be ignored, and nurturing them towards what you want them to do next without sounding pushy. But before thinking about sending any kind of email, we must have our ICP in mind. And that's what we are going to explain right now. The ICP or BP means Ideal Customer Profile and Buyer Persona. Sounds fancy, but it's really just about figuring out who exactly you're talking to. In B2B marketing, the ICP, Ideal Customer Profile, refers to the target company's characteristics, such as size, niche, country, annual recurring revenue, ARR, and other relevant criteria. Identifying your ICP helps you understand which companies are the best fit for your offerings. Knowing your dream customer's company profile enables you to tailor your communications effectively, ensuring your messages resonate deeply. Now, moving on the BP, our buyer persona, this is about pinpointing the individual within the company who will likely engage with your communication. This includes understanding their role, personal goals, challenges, and decision-making power. It might be someone on a high-level position, like a decision maker, or someone at the operational level who deals day-to-day challenges. By clearly defining both the ICP and BP, you can craft emails and marketing materials that are not only targeted but also appealing to the audience that you are targeting. Understanding these personas isn't just good, it's essential. It gets you the tone of the emails, the offers you make, and even the best time to hit send. Now that you understand the 2 most important points you have to begin, we'll teach you how to use some interesting email outreach software to guide you through these processes. When setting up email campaigns for your clients, you've got to be careful about protecting their domain. Here's a pro tip. Don't use client's primary domain for sending out cold emails. Instead, set up similar alternative domains. This way, if one domain gets blocked, you're not stuck. Protect your client's main domain from any negative impact. This strategy ensures that your lead generation efforts can continue without interruption, safeguarding your client's ability to communicate effectively with their audience. To avoid this, you can redirect all these domains to your main website. Then, for each domain, set up Google Workspaces and create exactly 3 email addresses. Sticking to 3 is important because having more could alert Google with some problems. The final important step is to set up settings like MX records, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC for each domain. These settings are very important, so make sure your emails get delivered properly and aren't marked as spam. We want to make it very clear and easy to understand. And now we're going to show you how to use each of these points mentioned before and how they're really supposed to help you. Setting up the email outreach software is easy. First, you have to set up MX records. You do this through the settings of your website DNS provider. This step makes sure that your emails go to the right place when you send them using an email service like Gmail. Next, you set up the SPF, which stands for Sender Policy Framework. You also do this in DNS settings. The SPF is important because it proves that your emails are coming from the place that can be trusted, which means they're less likely to be seen as spam. Then there's the DKIM, or Domain Keys Identified Mail. This is another thing that you set up in your DNS settings. DKIM checks that the emails you send are actually coming from your domain, which helps in making sure your emails get to where they need to go without any problems. Finally, you start with a simple DMARC policy. This policy begins by just watching over your emails to see if they are being handled right. As you get more comfortable, you can tighten this policy to help stop email scams. Each of these steps helps to make sure that your emails are safe and reach the right people without any issues. After all this, it's time to check if everything is working as it should be. And what's the easiest way to do it? Just send a test email from your client's new domains to some other email account that you have. After receiving it, open and check the main info about this email. If there is the word pass right on the left of the email title, it means that everything is okay. Now that you have everything working as it should be, you must track your domain to avoid your cold emails landing in spam. A custom tracking domain is a domain that you set out to replace the default tracking domain provided by your email service provider. This reduces the chances of your cold emails landing in spam, as you are not tracking from the same domain thousands of other people use. This step is also especially important if you plan to keep track of who opens your emails and clicks on links in them. You can find the setup for this at the same place where you checked your SPF, DKIM, and DMARC settings. Just scroll the way down. You'll know you're in the right section because it prominently features 3D. We'll cover this in more detail while we get to how to use the email campaign tool. But first, you must understand how to never be reported or flagged as spam with master inbox. To manage client communications more easily, set up one domain with a single email address to act as a master inbox for the client. This email address won't send cold emails out and will only be used to receive replies. You'll forward all replies from any email addresses across your domains to the master inbox for each client. Then, you'll respond to those replies only from this master inbox. This setup ensures the emails won't be marked as spam and makes it easier to organize and tag the replies you receive, like replied, interested, negative, unsubscribe, or call booked. As soon as you finish this part, it's time to warm up those domains. You'll be sending emails and even simulating healthy domains in this part with a software called Smart Lead. You can quickly add many email accounts at once by uploading a spreadsheet. This makes it easy to manage large numbers of accounts, allowing you to set up things like reply to, email address, and client association for each account at the same time. But there are some things to keep in mind. When you set up email accounts, you have the option to set a different reply to email address. This is where you should add the master inbox we talked about earlier. First, set up the master inbox account to streamline your communication. When adding email accounts in Smart Lead, make sure to specify which client each one is for. This will help you stay organized. That everything is organized is a good time to set up a custom tracking domain, which will enhance your ability to monitor your emails performance effectively. You can check a video to help you out in this part. After doing this, you'll have everything ready to start warming up your leads and do what you're finally supposed to do: prospect your leads.